Because you can't get another Malay to come here. You know that? You can't get another Indonesian to come and live with us. You know that? Out! Another Indian, Pakistani can't come here. You know that? You can't. They will never allow any black man to come into the country. But you are here. Almost 250,000 now. For what? For nothing? No, Allah had a purpose. Wallah, in His master plan there is a purpose and an opportunity that Allah is giving you and me, that you and I can turn the tables, we can change the situation in this country. We can, with a little exertion. If you do a little bit of homework. Unfortunately, we don't want to do homework. The Muslim doesn't want to do anything. Even for himself, he wants to do nothing. He is satisfied. Bacha the Quran, mashallah. Sawab, sawab, sawab. We listen to our qaris, mashallah. All this we are prepared to do. But we don't do a little bit of homework to find out what is Allah telling us, what is He commanding us. Nobody wants to know, because we don't know Arabic. What about a translation? Get an English translation, get an Afrikaans translation. And what better than this? Today you can get this book, 2,000 pages. Wallah, actually 1,920. Where does it hurt to make it 2,000? 2,000 pages for 5 rands. There is not another book on earth, wallah. On earth, you can buy 2,000 pages hardcover book for 5 rands. You just buy the Arabic Quran. I don't know how much it costs you for your children. Anybody know? The Arabic Quran, you know, for your children that read in the house without the translation. How much? And that's only about 300 pages. You know that? This is 2,000 pages for 5 rands. It's unimaginable. Wallah, you can't imagine it. This is like stolen property. I'm giving it to you. Liquidation stock. You know, there's a liquidation stock. Somebody has gone bankrupt. I'm giving it to you. 5 rands. I says, look, you owe it to yourself. Improve your English, this book will do it. Your English. You don't have to read Shakespeare or Milton even to improve your English. Believe me. We have just made a program, you'll see it inshallah very shortly, on Mnet, open time, half a minute. You know what's half a minute? 30 seconds. You can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 30 seconds. That 30-second program cost me 27,000 rands. I'm lying to you. Why should I lie to you? I don't know. I'm not asking you for anything. That half a minute program for the Mnet cost me 27,000 rands. And 5 days a week we're going to start. It'll cost me 30,000 rands a week. That 30-second program cost me 27,000 rands. I'm lying to you. Why should I lie to you? I don't know. I'm not asking you for anything. That half a minute program for the Mnet cost me 27,000 rands. And 5 days a week we're going to start. It'll cost me 30,000 rands a week. Today, for 30,000 rands for half a minute, where am I going to get that type of money from? No, you have to have other sources. This 100,000 I'm printing cost me 2 million rand, and I'll sell it for 5 rands each. Madness, foolishness. I said, no, don't worry. There is a type of man who's prepared to help me with that. You see? So I want to help you. I don't want to pocket the money. I don't want to live on this. I want to spend. Because the more I'm spending, the more I'm getting. Now I've reached a stage, the more I spend, the more I get. I don't have to say. I said, look, take it, man, 5 rands. I said, English. So this man you'll see him, he's not a Muslim. He's a young man with a beard. So these people who do this production, they brought the man to introduce him to me. He said, this man here, we will use him and his voice for the advert. I said, right. So what are you doing? He says, he is a professor at the university and professor of poetry. I didn't know that the special professors of different departments is of poetry. I said, you know, English. I said, this book here, I said, I'm telling my people that you do not have to read Shakespeare or Milton even to improve your English. As a book of literature, English literature, this is a masterpiece. Just forget for the time being, it's the Quran, Allah's Kalam. You have the Arabic text, you have the translation, you have the commentary, you have 2,000 pages, you have an index, everything on your fingertips, forget all that. But just English. So saying, I said, I'm quoting this man here, Yusuf Ali. He's speaking about God Almighty. The ayah of the Quran, وَلِلَّهِ الْمَشْرِقُ وَالْمَغْرِبُ فَأَيْنَمَا تُوَلُّوا فَثَمَّ وَجْهُ اللَّهِ. It says, to Allah belongs the east and the west, and whichsoever way ye turn is the presence of Allah. So in his commentary, he quotes Wordsworth, William Wordsworth, an English poet, who says, a paraphrase of this, as if he had been reading this, he said, whose dwelling, Allah's dwelling, where he stays, not literally, whose dwelling is the light of setting suns, and the round ocean and the living air, and in the blue sky and in the mind of man, a motion and a spirit that impels all thinking things, all objects of all thought, and rolls through all things. He is describing Allah. Where? فَأَيْنَمَا تُوَلُّوا فَثَمَّ وَجْهُ اللَّهِ. And whichsoever way you turn is the presence of Allah. Wherever you look, Allah is present everywhere. He says 100% mark for that. All this, language, English, subject-wise, what do you want to know? Whatever you want to know, Wallah, what you want to know? You want to know about the Quran, what does the Quran say about the Quran? Open Q. Everything the Quran says about the Quran. You want to know about our Nabi, and the M I said Muhammad. Everything about Muhammad, what the book says about Muhammad. You want to know about Moses, Musa alayhi salam, and the M, Moses. Everything that the book says about Musa alayhi salam. You want to know about Ibrahim alayhi salam, and the A, Abraham. You find everything about Abraham in the Quran. You want to know about marriage, everything about marriage in the Quran. Divorce, everything about divorce in the Quran. What do you want to know? Everything on your fingertips. And how much? 5 rands. I just heard that you have a good custom, that when your daughters get married, you do give them a Quran as a wedding gift or something on parting. I said, right. Now for that, we'll have one with gold. Gold. See, this is the ordinary. Inside saying that gold doesn't make any difference with the inside. Page for pages are saying, only outside is gold. So when you give your daughters, give them in gold. Of course, it will cost you 15 rands. 15 rands. Still, it's below my cost. It will cost me 25 rands to put the gold altogether. With the book, 25 rands, you get for 15 rands. Still, you're getting 10 rands back for nothing. This one here cost me 20 rands. I said, look, you can have it for 5. What better present can you give? Wedding present? Christmas present? Birthday present? Any excuse, man. Give it to your employer, give it to your employee. Somebody working for you, give it to him. Your employer, give it to him. You have done your duty. On the day of judgment, they say, Ya Bari Ta'ala, I couldn't talk, I was afraid. I gave you a book, you must do the talking now. You are the best advocate that there is. I just led the horse to the river, make him drink, that's your job. You make him drink now. And one little suggestion, that if you want to give this Quran, 5 rands, wallah, is so cheap. What you do, don't just give it away like that. Tell him, say, look, this book is an encyclopedia, it is, of 2,000 pages. I do not expect you to wade through it. We are all involved in a rat race. We are so busy. You got time to go through a book like this, 2,000 pages? No. So I said, what you do, you just have a look at the index at the back. Anything, just browse through the index. What do you want to know? You want to know about man, the creation of man. You want to know about God. The overwhelming theme of this book is God. What do you want to know? You want to know about your Jesus. So I say, look at the J, Jesus. What does it say? Jesus. First item, and the J, Jesus, a righteous prophet. Is a true prophet of God. Chapter 6, verse 85. His birth is described in 2 places. Chapter 3, verses 45 onwards. Chapter 19, verses 23 onwards. Let's have a look. Open. Read it to him.